All right, welcome back, guys. Close CRM just launched a massive update for any Close CRM users. They have finally released forms directly inside of Close CRM, which means you do not need things like Typeform, GoHighLevel, Jotform, whatever you may have been using before. So today we're going to go through the features, how to build your first form, how to embed it on your website, and then even how to implement workflows tied to that form directly inside of Close CRM. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This entire channel is dedicated to revenue operations, everything from HubSpot to Close CRM, GoHighLevel, and everything in between, ensuring that you have a simple and scalable sales process. If you need help with that, go ahead and click the link in the description below, schedule a time to talk with me or someone on my team. But again, this video is specifically about the newest feature that Close has released. We are going to jump in right now and show you how to use this. So when we come into Close CRM, you will see this feature in the bottom left-hand corner of the settings page under forms. All we need to do is click on that, and then we can create a test form. So I'm going to click new form, and we're just going to do form test 3 in our demo account. Okay. Now you will see what you would probably expect of a form builder. One of the beauties of using Close CRM is they keep things simple. So we can add a heading here. Let's say we're going to call this form 1. Okay. So we can add whatever kind of heading we want. Then we have our custom properties. Now, if you click done right here, we can add custom fields. So for example, how many sales reps do you have? That would be a valid question that we would ask our clients, right? So we're going to add that to our form or application. Next up, you can do any of these regular fields down here. So maybe I want to add the contact phone number. We can drag that over here. And then we have some additional settings. So we can require that. We can map it directly to whatever Close property that we want. We can also choose to overwrite existing values or not. We can come into advanced options. We can change the placeholder text, the field name, the display name, the default values, etc. Okay. Now, obviously, aside from adding this, we may want to design. So we can click on the design right here, and we can choose the background color. We can choose the border color, for example. We can choose the text color. So quickly, you can design the form to be exactly what you want. Maybe I want to put a big green button on here for some reason. You can do that. Next up is the settings section. So we can notify ourselves or our team members of submissions that are actually coming through. Now, I recommend that you set up something like a notification inside of a Slack channel instead of just sending an email through, but you guys do you. Now, you can also track URL parameters, which this is a huge feature that they included. If we're running campaigns on Meta or Google, for example, we can capture the URL parameters that are being sent through from our campaign. So we can do something like UTM underscore medium, whatever that property name is. And then we can send that directly to whatever property that we have set up for that to be captured. Okay. Now this is really, really cool because I'll show you how this ties into workflows in just a moment. Next up, we have embedded. So we can just copy the code and paste that anywhere we want. Okay. Now, there are two drawbacks to this that Close will probably address in the near future. One is if you want to route leads based on scoring, it does not have logic built into it at this time. So that is one drawback that might force you not to use these types of forms. The second drawback here is that they don't have a form link. So you can't just send like the URL, but we really shouldn't be using that anyways. We should be embedding our form on the landing page or a website. So once we are done building our form, all we need to do is publish that right there, and then we can copy the code for use later. Now, if we refresh, one of the huge features that they do have is we can go directly to workflows. We can click create new workflow, and we can choose form submission event right here. So when we select this, we should see our new form, which is going to be form test 3. And then you can choose even to sort by the UTM parameter. So if you have a specific UTM parameter that you want only to trigger this workflow and another one to trigger a different one, you can actually sort by that. Now, if you don't want to trigger based on any of these filters, you can just click skip and done, which is then going to trigger based on the form itself being submitted and no additional filters. Now, if we click add step, We can do email, call, SMS, assign user, task, create opportunity, or update lead. Now, if you haven't caught these updates, these are some updates that they rolled out in Q4 of 2025. I have another video on this as well, or it shows you how to create an opportunity or how to update an opportunity using workflows inside of Close CRM. Now, this is huge for you guys that have a big Zapier bill. Previously, you pretty much had to use Zapier to do all of this. So we are able to shrink our Zapier bill. We're able to save money and do it reliably by using the features in workflows. So let's say when the form gets submitted, I want to go ahead in here and create the opportunity, and I can choose exactly what to add to that opportunity. And then I can choose to send it an email, an SMS, whatever that may be. Now, again, there are some features lacking from here, which would be a find step. One of the challenges is a lot of times we want to, when a form is submitted, wait about 5 minutes and check if they booked a call. And if they did not book a call, we want to be able to then go ahead and start an automation reaching out to them to get that call booked. We don't really have the opportunity to do that inside of these workflows. So keep that in mind when you're designing your sales process. Now, if you or someone you know needs help designing that sales process, if you're on HubSpot, Close, GoHighLevel, maybe the system just isn't working the way that you think it should, maybe leads are slipping through the cracks, feel free to click the description below, schedule a time to talk with me or someone on my team, and we can point you in the right direction. But this is a really, really cool new feature that Close CRM has rolled out. They continue to improve the platform, but it still does what it does best, which is allows sales reps to do more of what they're actually supposed to be doing, selling. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out the other videos on our channel. Cheers.